Coach, walk us through this weekend. Were you happy, upset? I mean, frustrated?
Yes, all of those. No, it was a good weekend for us. We just had the single game with Eastern New Mexico. Um, the nice thing is we're close, only 2 hours away, so a rivalry game. I thought Eastern New Mexico was playing really well. They won 3 of their last 4 before we played, and they have some talented players. Their big kid was out, so that made it a little bit easier for us, but yet they gave us a really good game. It was tied at the end, and we made some big plays. JoJo, Johnell, Quay Grant, Derek Geddes, and Eric Mosley. Basically, our starting 5 made some big plays down the stretch to win it.
Yeah, 49 points combined between Quay and JoJo. Just kind of talk about the backcourt's performance.
Yeah, those guys are really good. They're both sophomores, and so when they play off of each other, then they're really good. Our teams are trying to really crowd us and try to take them away a little bit. But when we spread them out and we move the ball, we're really good. And I thought we did that at stretches. We had a stretch there right before half where we really kind of put it on them a little bit, and we got the court opened up a little bit more. And we've got some really good shooters in Jordan Collins and Zach Toussaint and some other players. And so when you do that, those guys are really good. And so it was a lot of fun.
You guys had a comfortable lead at halftime. They chipped away and they tied at the end. I'm sure they made you guys a little nervous. But then Joel comes back and he made a couple of huge shots. You guys scored 5. Do you think that maybe that's, in a way, kind of a little bit of what you needed, like knowing that, things slip away, but you guys kind of recaptured and showed showed a little bit of guys and character?
Yeah, I thought Derek Geddes, the 3 right before halftime was big. We were up 11, that put us up 14. And we knew that Eastern was not going to go away. They're a gritty team. They just keep playing hard the whole way. They've done that all year long. And that's Trey Siegler over there. He does a good job with his crew. And we knew it was going to be a battle. And we talked about that. And there was a couple of calls maybe that didn't go our way. We missed a couple shots, and yeah, they chipped away. And anytime you go on the road, it's always tough. And it was nice to be up by 14. I think if we were only up by maybe 4 or 5, it could have been a different result over there. But that's why you play 40 minutes. And they did come back. They made some plays, but yet we were strong enough mentally and physically to make the plays of ourselves and to get the W.
What are you going to be working on over the next couple of days before your matchup against UT?
Yeah, this time of the year now, with just a couple practices before we play UTPB, we try to fine-tune a lot of things, really work on our spacing, on offense, defensively. We're still trying to scheme a little bit how we're going to play the ball screens, and that's what it usually comes down to with a lot of teams is, do they have a really good guard that can shoot it, or is he a jet getting to the basket, or do we have to take away somebody? So there's a few things we'll tweak, but otherwise it's kind of just the basics, the fundamentals, doing the things that we've been doing all year long.
It's not quite like when David and Evans when they took on Francis at UTPB, but there's still a rivalry there, isn't there?
There's a huge rivalry. I think there's a huge rivalry. I think with Coach Newman down there, he does a great job. He had his teams from Arkansas, Fort Smith in the national tournament, and they're going to be there. If not this year, next year they'll be right there. They're a very good team, and they won I think 7 or 8 games in a row here, and they're going to be very tough. Last year they had us down, and we somehow pulled that game out. It was, it's the same thing. You just don't give up. In the LSC, when you get into conference, in the LSC or the RMAC or whatever, conference games are tough to win, especially conference games on the road. And so, last year we were lucky enough to pull one out. I think we were down 10 with a minute to go, and we came back and won that game. So you just never give up, and you try to put teams away when you can. And that's one thing that we have to do a really good job of is when we get up by 14 against Eastern New Mexico, we got to come out of that second half and try to get up by 20. Didn't happen last game, but yet again we were strong enough to finish it out at the end. Same thing as UTPB. It's going to be a battle from start to finish. We're number 5 in the country. Number 5, I don't know what that means, but it means some coaches have a lot of respect for us. And it means everybody else that we're playing is coming after us. Because if they can be the top 5 team in the country, they're going to celebrate. And we talked about that after our game a little bit. Even though Eastern isn't a top 25 team, nationally ranked, hey, celebrate that win. Celebrate it on Saturday. Enjoy it. Take Sunday off. And then let's get back at it on Monday and get ready for UTPB in Western New Mexico.
Talk about a little bit I know you really haven't had much of a chance to scout them yet, but what do you know about UTPB? What are you expecting from their style of play?
You know, Coach Newman likes to go up and down. He's got some good athletes. I watched him a little bit earlier in the year, and they've got a few transfers that I really want to take a little bit more look at. But they've got some guys that can really score the basketball. They've got great length and size. We're not as big as them. I know that for a fact. And so we've got to take care of the basketball, and we're going to have to rebound. We got out rebounded, I think, by 14 or 15 this last game, and you know, that makes a difference. It's not the ultimate stat. The ultimate stat is win-loss, but rebounding makes a big difference in the game. Also, you know, all the little stats too. Field goal percentage, free throw percentage, whatever you want to look at if you're a stats guy. But the number one thing is getting that W, and I think, you know, we can do that if we go down there and we play hard, play our game, and we execute. We're not selfish with the basketball. I think that makes a big difference.
How long does the Eastern game prepare you for another sort of hostile environment? Because probably seeing Odessa on Thursday night.
Yeah, you know, Eastern it's always tough to play over there. They didn't have their student section, and we had a great fan support over there. We had Ed Wright brought a party bus over there, and there was 20 people on that, and there was other fans there. I think we had almost as many fans as they did. It was pretty cool to see that, the Buff Nation out supporting both the Lady Buffs and the Buffs. So that was great. But UTPB, yeah, they've got the curtain down there. They've got the stands will be packed. They were shooting out $500 last game. We played them down there. Big rivalry game. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we're going to prepare for everything and be ready to go for Thursday night.
I know you don't like to look too far in the future, but looking ahead to closing out the road trip on Saturday, going to Silver City. Just what do you think out of Western New Mexico?
Yeah, Western New Mexico they're a dangerous team. They've had a coaching change this year. You know, we really haven't looked at them too much right now, but you go down to UTPB. That's not that far. It's only 4 hours down to Odessa. But then you got to travel 6 hours over, go through El Paso, get over there. You got the time change. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit smaller gym. We've never had an easy game over there. We've never had a 20-point win. It's always tough. You better be ready to play. Their gym gets really loud. Even if they have 15 people, it gets really loud. So you've got to be ready to go every game in this conference.
So you guys just stay over in Odessa Friday to drive up from Odessa or come back?
We'll stay over in Odessa on Thursday night because if you had to check out at noon, I don't know what we would do for 7.5 hours. And so we'll stay over in Odessa and then drive over early in the morning, get a practice in Silver City, stay there Friday night, play the game, and head home.